Hello. I'm still experimenting. I'm having such a good time doing this. It's keeping me occupied on a Sunday afternoon. Um, I'm also absolutely horrified by the bagginess under my eyes and wondering if I can record from now on like this so nobody can see them. And then I remember that I'm nearly 52 years old. So yeah, I am going to have some bags under my eyes. It's Sunday and yet again, I am recording a video. Because I don't have a great deal else to do here other than work, but also I'm experimenting. So today's experiment is, can I get this video from my phone to my laptop, which is just here, I believe, because I'm trying to see if I can do it on the laptop, just because for a bit of variety. So I thought I would put together some photos of our almost 2 years now that we've had our little house in Bulgaria, because in less than a month I will be at Sofia Airport greeting my husband. He's coming from the north of England, I'm coming from Baku. I would like to go home instead, but the flight home was almost twice the price of a flight to Bulgaria. So that is not going to be an option, unfortunately. I seriously miscalculated how far away Azerbaijan is when I decided to come and work internationally. Yeah, so I thought I'll put some photos together. They're probably all in the wrong order of our progress so far. So I am totally obsessed with watching Bulgarian people or people who've bought houses in Bulgaria on YouTube, watching them renovate. And, you know, some of them are great. I'm never going to be that person who's please asking you for the price of a cup of tea or anything like that. And, you know, those people, I totally understand it. And I really enjoy watching them as well. But we did not go down that route that you see advertised where people say, oh, we bought this house for €4,000, for €5,000. That was my initial plan because I watched a lot of videos before we first went to Bulgaria. And we thought we were going to buy a house. We thought we'd found the one for us. We thought we'd found the area for us. We drove straight from the airport across the country to the Yambol region, took one look at this house, and Chris turned around to me and said, yeah, we're not living here, love. And it just wasn't for us. There was nothing terribly wrong with it. I think Chris, as an electrician, thought, you know, the wiring was 50 years old, and that switched him off straight away. We didn't like the village. But, you know, everybody likes different things. Actually, that house was then bought by some friends of ours, and they absolutely love it. It just wasn't right for us. So we looked at a couple of houses that were, you know, this 3, 4, 5,000 euro. And there's a big difference between renovation and DIY, and we are DIYers. We are not renovators. We could not move into a house that didn't have a kitchen, didn't have a bathroom. The plumbing was 50 years old. The electrics were 50 years old. That really was not for us. Most of, you know, as well as anything else, we're not in a position where we can live full time and renovate. So, yeah, so that was out the window. So we got in touch with a lovely fella called Davey from Facebook who offered to show us some houses in the Velikotanovo area. And as soon as we pulled up in Velikotanovo itself, Chris was like, yeah, this is more my speed. And we just, that area was better for us. And then we thought we'd bought another house. We saw a house where we were looking for something kind of, for me, I didn't care what the house looked like. I just wanted some land. And we found a house that it was like a small holding. It had plenty of barns. It had its own meadow. It was renovated downstairs, needed the upstairs doing. And we put a deposit down on that house and we returned to England, really excited, started ordering furniture and such like white goods for it. And then Davey messaged me one day. He was utterly mortified. The guy who was selling it changed his mind. He didn't want to sell it after all. And we did get our deposit back, which was good. These people aren't unscrupulous. And Davey had shown us a house in his village, the house was great. The village we absolutely loved. And we went away saying, what a shame that house we really want isn't in the other village. But for me, it was right next to the village swimming pool, and I thought, oh, kids, see enough of those. It just wasn't the right house for us. Anyway, I contacted Davey again. Well, he was so embarrassed. I was saying, like, we've booked our flights, we've got this furniture, and he was brilliant. He was like, Nikki, you can still come. You can stay in my son's house for your holiday. I'll see what else I can show you. And then he said the people who'd bought the house next to the swimming pool had actually originally bought a different house in the village, and it was partially renovated, and he thought that might be more suitable for us. So that sounded great. We went. Chris hated it, but he did have chronic jet lag. He was really not jet lag. He was just really tired from, driving across the country because I refused to drive on the wrong side of the road. I loved it. We went back for another look at it, and I tried to say to him, imagine when it's not 10 feet high in weeds in the garden. Imagine when all the previous occupants' clutter has gone. This is our house. And so we bought that one. And that was perfect for us because the wiring had been done, the plumbing had been done, the bathroom and the kitchen were partially installed, and Davey said, I'll get those finished for you. Because we're not in a position to fully renovate by ourselves, we got the tiler in the village, the tiler and plasterer. He put flooring down in the rest of the house that wasn't done already. And yeah, that was our house. And we spent our first summer there in a couple of weeks in 2022. It was brilliant. We learned some really important lessons, like you cannot put a giant paddling pool on grass. It will slide away. We learned that air conditioning was absolutely essential. And thinking about our dogs, we also learned that we wanted to fence off the whole area because otherwise it's literally, there's a drop off at the end of our garden, and I just had visions of Ellie like leaping over it and never being seen again. So those were the things we focused on. We had local people doing those works. And since then, we've been back and forth. We've had a huge patio put on, which was extravagant, but it stops the swimming pool from sliding down the garden. We've had it fenced so that the dogs cannot escape. We've had aircon put in. That was a valuable lesson as well. Fans do nothing. We've had a wood burner, a Pechka. We bought one of those and put that in. We've painted. We've still got a lot of painting to do. We're still umming and ahhing over whether we want to keep and restore the original windows because we absolutely love them, or go down the much easier route of putting double glazing in. One day we want a new porch that's bigger and more spacious for us to sit in because it's a little sun trap in the winter. But yeah, we love our house, and I'll be back there on the 16th of March. We're going to have 9-10 days together there, and I will take a million videos then. But for now, enjoy my photo montage.